So I want to open this up. I want to see what's through it because I'm really excited for this game. The original Blob one. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's the one I have. I was like, I thought I owned it, but you're right. Yeah, yeah, that's the print and play version. So I want to open this up. I want to see what's inside. Maybe see if we can fit it on this table because I have no idea if we actually can or not. So this will be a challenge. And then maybe play a little bit of it. At least get a feel for it. And then see how long that takes. And then probably do some video games or something. Hang out for a little while. That's the rough idea. So let's see what's in this bad boy. This box is really heavy also. Is this the third? Second one. There's only two. Officially, there's only two. There's Sleeping Gods, which is they're on a boat. And this is Distant Skies, which they're on a plane. Supposedly, so the problem with Sleeping Gods, the original one, I use that term very lightly, is that there's just a lot on the table because you can take care of, or you can control like 8 people or something like that. Ooh. It's like sticking up off the box. Oh, so's that. That's fun. So there's just like a lot of stuff going on. This is supposed to be like a more streamlined version. They have that print and play one they made for Sleeping Gods. I don't know. There is like a standalone one, which I think is this one. I'm pretty sure this is standalone, which I just got. Open World Adventure, yeah. So I think this is the other one, but it's still like a variant of Sleeping Gods. I don't know if this is new or not. I just didn't get it the first time around. So, also what's weird is, so a lot of the extra stuff came with Sleeping Gods, like the ship and the coins and all that stuff, but I don't know what came with this. I don't really remember. I backed this so long ago and I didn't look at it. Oh my god, it's really heavy. I have no idea what's in there. All right, let's check it out. Fun artwork on the inside. All right, complete quest box. We have our map. So this is where you travel and stuff. Which I feel like the other one was much bigger. Thunderstorm Isle. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is a storybook. Wow, the storybook. Is this the whole storybook? Must just be a part of it. The storybook in the last game was massive. Distant Skies. You can start here. You got your achievement sheets. Okay. This explains things in a card. Right, organizing. It's got like a comic in it. That's fun. All right. Cool. Cool. All the tokens and stuff. Okay. So I don't know what this is for, but we'll figure that out in a second. This is story. Yeah, okay. This makes a lot more sense. All right, so that's story stuff. The rule book. It's pretty simple enough. All right, cool. Lots of our token things. Oh, we get another box. Let's go. All right, token storage, I guess, for these two things. Oh, that's fun. These are like legit minis. I don't think they had them for the first time around. Oh, wow. Okay, so you get metal stuff. You get the standees. I don't know what that is. You get something that's orange. Some nice-ish dice. Lots of bags. This is heavy. There must be cards in here. Bunch of cards we have to unwrap. More cards. More cards. Actually, I don't sleeve this game, too. Piece of candy you suck on while you play. Exactly. This is actually one of the few games I don't sleeve. Because things won't fit back in this box if you sleeve them, unfortunately. Alright, a log, which I'll never use because I always hate using the paper. I don't know why. That was part of the candy review. Alright. So we have our boards. And we need to pop all these out. So let's do that. Let's see how much table space this is going to take up. It already feels like a lot. All right, so I glanced at through what it was. This is going to be kind of, where our cards go and all that fun stuff. These are the different actions we can do. And this is your turn. So basically, you do, what is it, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turn actions. And as your turn start, right? So it just tells you, you draw 2 cards, draw an event, draw 2 ability cards, draw an event card, then you go through time. And that's it. That's like the whole general gist of the game. And then you just explore. The one thing that was nice, the combat was a little bit weird in the last game. We'll see how it is in this game. But combat's like the only thing that's like kind of tricky. All right, Claire is your one main character that you always get. And then you control one other person as well. So we have Ed, who's from Honolulu. Ed Lau. You got weakness stuff. Do you keep your punch outs? No. Throw it all away. I throw most things away. My son will play with them for a little bit because he likes playing with them. But other than that, I mean, like Marvel Champions and stuff, I throw away all the expansion boxes and the hero packs and stuff. Throw all that stuff away. Also, welcome Squims. I don't think I said hi before. Hopefully doing well. All right. That's empty. Zaria Snell from Lurka City. Sweet. Jesse from San Francisco. Alright, I can't remember if there was 9 last time. I feel like there was a ton. These punch outs so easy. This is so nice. Will be your duo buddy? I don't know. I think maybe one day. But I think we're still like 5 years away. Or not 5 years, like 3 years away. Alright. Empty? He's not great at taking L's. Unfortunately, he takes a lot right now. Alright, Miguel from Havana. Alright. Is there a locations board? I don't remember what that's for. I remember reading about it though. There's Miguel's thing, that thing, that thing, that thing. Time tracker. I think that goes on the time here. More of them. Throw those away. A 5. Her. A flight. Oh yeah, you gotta get fuel. I vaguely remember that. There's like a dragon, which is sweet. A plane. Well, there's definitely less to punch out. Generic tokens. That's on stream at the same time. This is the competition we need. I think he's gonna win because he's doing Marvel Champions. She had a win in Shoots and Ladders. Sister got a ladder and took her to the finish line. It was like the world was over. Dude, they take it hard sometimes. It's kind of funny. Also, welcome, Canadian. Hopefully you're doing well. All right. There we go. Cool. All right. Let's open this up. See your fun little... Oh, there's several different... All right. There's a lot of blood. There's triangles. And then weird diamond things, which I don't know what they go to. This is... Distant Skies. Sleeping God Distant Skies. Oops. That over there. That over there. Alright, where is... Alright, synergy tokens, power tokens, damage tokens, combat dice, stamina, all that fun stuff. Alright, cool. Enjoy the last time you played Sleeping God? Seems like a very fun game. Yeah. Yeah. It was fun. It was very big on stream. I think this one's supposed to be smaller. Which will be nice. And like there was a lot to open up. Like there's still a lot with this one. But maybe it won't be as much. I don't know. I don't know if these tokens actually go in here, but this just makes the most sense to me. So we're gonna do that. But yeah, earlier we opened up Pokemon cards. We opened up Arkham Knight stuff. We decided we're gonna become a Pokemon reselling channel. I don't know what to do with these. Alright, so that can go in that. That's nice. This guy's had a very high rating on BGG. I wonder, as a new player, if I should start with this one instead of the original one. If I remember correctly, the story is not intertwined, so you can start with either. So it's more like, yeah. So from my understanding, and I have to double check this, you can just pick this up, and there is less characters to deal with. So it's supposed to be better in that regard. I'm just going to put these all away for a second so that we can set up officially the right way. So I want to see if we have all the right bags and stuff. Just put that all in there just to help organize this all a bit. I'm going to guess it's supposed to be better. That was my one complaint with when we did this on stream last time, was there was just so much to keep track of. There was a little too much, you know? I felt like I spent half time like setting up the game. But I think it has a rule book. What we'll do is it seems to have one of those things where like just start here and you can start playing right away. We'll do that and see how that goes. The original was intended for each player to have one character. Yeah, but it was like 8 things and it was only a 4-player game, so I think you're supposed to have 2 and then like a third or something like that. I don't remember. It's been a little while. I know we're going to have to take all this back out, but I might as well do as the rulebook says, and we'll do things the quote-unquote right way. But it's definitely good quality pieces. I have more than 2 characters to manage. I know. I'm the same way, so I get it. If I remember correctly, this one you just get to like pick and choose who you use, though. So you don't use all of them. Or at least you didn't in the other one. Okay. Be interesting to find out if this works better solo. Yeah. And I assume in general they would refine their processes and make it better. All right, so let's see what's in these bags really fast. Oh, here's the plane. All right, so I don't know which way this goes in. Oh wait, does it go this way? No, it doesn't go that way. Am I supposed to glue this? Or can it just go in? Oh my god, it's molded so weird. No, I don't think I get that to work. Alright, anyway, it has a little plane with a little stand. So they got a mountain, a little stand thing, and that's super fun and cool. Let's get to that later. We may just be playing with the plane on the ground. Our plane may not be flying today. And then we got minis. We got a compass mini. Oops. For tracking time, I guess. We got our different heroes people. So that's fun. Hey, Mastermind, how's it going? So yeah, we got different minis and stuff. That's what's in that bag. We have this. Still don't know what this is. Oh my god, I think they're paper clips for like the story. They're just like really fancy paper clips, I think. Sure, why not? Sure. All right, we got the metal fatigue tokens. So you didn't have to buy all these. I think these just came with the Kickstarter. Very solid. What's the name of this board game? This is Sleeping Skies. Or Sleeping Gods Distant Skies, sorry. All right, so those are sweet. Yeah, you had to buy all these upgrades before for the one. There's standees, I guess, for all of these. And then there's our combat dice, which we can get out. Oh yeah, Mastermind, you always coming with Pikachu? We opened up Pokemon card packs earlier. Chat voted that we now become a Pokemon restreaming game channel. Okay. So, very nice dice, too. Okay. Let's move all this aside. So let's read... Where's the Start Here book? You can start here. We will, Sleeping Skies. You can start here without reading the rulebook. I enjoy not reading rulebooks, so I'm for that. Read this guide immediately after opening the box, and you'll be able to start playing the game. While it won't teach you every rule, by the end of this introduction, you will understand the basics of this game. Set up the game using the instructions on the next 4 pages. Oh my god, 4 pages. The book. Then start playing by reading the comic on page 6. Okay, let's do that. So, adventure cards. So there's 3 different types of adventure cards. Starting combat cards are numbered. The starting combat have a little S in the bottom left. Place the rest of the magnetic card box in numerical order, starting with 1. Do not change the order when looking through the cards. Okay. Cool. Then there's quest cards, mini cards. All right, so all right, let's. Are the starting cards? All right, so these are combat. I'm pretty sure. Wait, these are combat. 14 starting combat cards. These definitely have to be a part of it. Wake up to another live stream. Holiday D20 goes per. Hey, Rangon, how's it going? Yeah, the secret is we don't sleep on this channel. Okay, so use map. I don't know what that means, but okay, sure. All right, these are N1. All right, so these are something else. Put them off to the side. We have the mini cards. We'll get to that in a second. Is it in here that we need? Let's see what they got. Let's see what they got. Quest cards. Is this Distant Skies? It is Distant Skies. Quest cards. Quest. All right, adventure. Event. Adventure combat. I don't know what I'm supposed to pick out. 3 types of cards. Starting combat, and numbered. Okay. Okay. You know what? Let's start with this. Well, these are events. Well, let's just start opening. Let's just start opening and see what happens. See if the game yells at us. Alright, so we have a bunch of events in here. And we shall keep them in the box. Alright, let's see what this is. The combat stuff. I do wish for like introduction stuff, they just like kept it off to the side because I don't think it's those. All right, so these are all numbered. Okay, these have S's at the bottom. So starting things. Starting combat have a little S in the bottom left. Are these all starting combat? All right, these are combat. We have to put these aside. Place the rest in the magnetic box in numerical order. These are starting other things. I don't know what they are, but they have an S, so we'll keep those aside too. All right, starting. These all go back in numerical order. I think we used to have dividers too in the other game. I can't remember. All right, so these are adventure cards. Quest cards. I don't know what they want us to do with that yet. Quest cards. Place the quest cards. Okay. We do have to open all this. There's no extra space for sleeves. I know. I tried doing it with the old one. And like sleeved like half of it and then started putting it in the box. And I was like, oh, they don't fit. That was a tough lesson to learn that day. All right. These are all combat. What's this? Adventure cards. All right, adventure cards go high. Okay. Okay, so hold on. This is 62. This is 61. Okay, so these all go in this order. These are events. Let's open all this. Not say this is gonna be a problem. It definitely makes it harder. All right, so these are quests, adventure, events. All right, so let's put the adventure cards in the front. It is tough not sleeping. Eventually I got used to it, but still, didn't love it. Let's do events next. So this way they're different. Let's put that there. And then let's do all the quest cards. There we go. All right, quest cards. 1 through 54. Perfect. And I'll put all the quest cards behind the other thing. All right, so quest. Nope. Oh god, it's fit in the box. Let's go. All right, cool. All right, there we go. The giant sponge thing shall be the separator. And then we have quest on one side, we have adventure, and then events. Cool. All right, quest cards. Place the quest cards behind the adventure cards in numerical order. Okay, I don't know if we actually did that, but whatever. Do not change the order or look through the number of cards. Use phone blocks to separate up the empty spaces. We only have one phone block, but sure. All right, mini cards. Separating the 3 piles and the ability, enemy buff, and Oraf's curse. Okay, we can do that. Also, welcome everyone that's here now. People slowly filtering in, so appreciate it. Appreciate you all hanging out with us this morning. All right, so we have enemy buffs. There's a couple of them. There's just blank cards. Wait, these abilities? No, these are Oraf's curse or whatever. Enemy buffs in a different spot. Enemy buffs. Are these all the curse cards? No, they're not. Oh my god. Okay, enemy buff. Oh, this card is damaged. That's annoying. Take a picture of that. Look at that. Nice and damaged. I don't know if this camera will pick it up, but you can kind of see it right there. Love it. Okay. Is there other cards like that? Is it just that one? So to figure out how good Ryan Lockett's customer service is. Alright. Also, I guess this is why you should always open up your games right away, right? Alright, so we have more of these. Another curse card. Let me buff. More of these. Oops, shoot. Curse. Let me buff. Curse. Let me buff. I don't know why they're like intertwined like this. Seems very weird. Alright, cool. So we have all of these cards. Just want to glance through them, see if any more damaged. No, I think that's the other one. Sometimes I feel picky when reaching companies to replace broken stuff, but I hate the idea of playing with. No, I mean you paid for a game not to be damaged. All right, I mean that's how I look at it. I know some people may disagree with me on that, but yeah, I paid for things not to be damaged. Is how I look at it. So, and if I damage it, then I'll take the blame for it, of course. But it's just how I am. But I have no problem. I mean, and also the way I look at it too is like, if they don't want to do it, they can just say no. I've had companies do that. They're just like, oh no, we're not going to replace that. It's like, okay. All right, other cards, keep the enemy cards in order, face down, do not look through them, shuffle the event cards. The problem is, I want to know if they're damaged. All right, let's open up the other ones. I won't show them on stream though, so it doesn't like potentially spoil anything. But yeah, even like the side of these, I can see. I'm not gonna ask for a replacement on that, but there's like damage marks on the side there from when they wrap the band around it. That's less of a big deal for me. Even the mini card, if they say no, it would be one of those things where like it's like fine. It's not that big of a deal to me. I don't see anything glaring. All right, let's keep this. It's over here. Cool. All right, we'll put that up there for now. Cardboard tokens. We have common resources, quest resources, all that stuff. Okay. Active player token. There's only one player, so that will be the active one. Combat tray. We have that. Figurines. There'll be 2 extra stands left over. I don't know what that is, but sure. Other components. Okay, cool. Oh boy, there is so much to set up. I'm still missing a hero dial for champions because I was too lazy to do anything about replacing the missing plastic buttons that hold it together. It's kind of hilarious. All right, so let's put these aside. Let's put this one actually in this tray. All right, cool. So they want us to take the old book. Yes, this one? 1. Place the Atlas center table, page 2. This is not the Atlas. This must be Atlas. I already sleeved the cards, so it'd be so much of a hassle. Yeah, I get that. All right, there's page 2. So we have that. Cool. This board goes up top. Cool. Always inventory your components first. Yeah. I used to not do that either. And then I would contact certain companies and just be like, hey, I already did this. Help a brother out. All right, we have that. We have this board up top there. This all needs to move. Put that off to the side. All right, we have that board. Cool. Okay. All right. 1, 2. What's 3? Place the Claire character in the middle. All right. So where's Claire? There's Claire. There's this guy. Boy, this is still going to be a table hog. This gal. This guy. Yeah, we don't have enough room. All right, we can stack them like that. That is fine. Let's just move all of them over to the side. There's the combat thing, which we'll probably have to move somewhere else. That's fine. Ooh. Alright, we'll put combat stuff up there. Alright, tokens, all that fun stuff. What's 13? Retrieve a new journey log. We'll do that later. Alright, 7. Alright, where's the plane? We have the plane. Put the plane down there so you all can see it. Man, my camera that crooked? Or is everything else crooked? There we go. Feels a little more straight. Okay. Alright, so let's take all of our tokens. Put them off the screen because we don't need to worry about them right now. Crazy thing is that I got 2 of the Lord of the Rings starter decks for free because they had misprints and Asmodee told me do refunds to replace it. It's hilarious. Alright, so we got the minis, we got all this fun stuff. Got some dice off to the side. What's this? Oh, these are my starter cards. We're putting them. Alright. Put those out to the side. I'm not going to do anything with that yet. Not going to do anything with that. Not going to do anything with that. Just going to hold the resources over here. We'll deal with that later. All right, cool. So 7 contains adventure and quest. Do not change the order of the quest cards. All right. Place the deck of enemy cards near the board face down. The picture is different on the thing here. Do not change the order of the cards. All right. So enemy cards we'll place off to the side here. You all don't need to see that, right? So to me, when a company would rather just not make money than fix the problem, yeah, probably just because they don't care about the time it takes. All right, 5. All right, so 3. Destroy all remaining boards on each player. Each player places their character board in front of them. Place the character standees nearby. Place a damage token on each of the thing at the highest spot. All right, so they all get damage tokens up really high. You're not gonna be able to see the bottom heroes, but that's all right. Or bottom people. They're not even heroes. I don't know what they are. All right, retrieve the starting adventure cards, which are specifically a type of adventure card. Shuffle the starting combat cards and place them in a deck face down. What combat cards and what adventure cards? What are you saying, game? All right, so we have combat. I feel like it told me a lot to never shuffle things. All right, adventure. Adventure's in order. There's events and there's quests. Where were the combat cards? Oh, just these? Retrieve the starting adventure cards. These include combat cards, which are a specific type of adventure card. Alright, so these say adventure. Oh, adventure combat. These just say adventure. Okay. Shuffle the starting combat cards and place them in the deck face down. Okay. So we are gonna shuffle these. Do the thing I feel like it's told us over and over not to do. Alright. Adventure combat cards. Wait, no, these are the shuffle the starting combat cards and place them in the deck face down. Okay, so these are starting combat cards. Retrieve the starting adventure cards. These include combat cards, which are a specific type of adventure cards. Shuffle the starting combat cards and place them in the deck face down on the deck board. Randomly distribute the remaining starter adventure cards. So I guess these. If you're playing solo, you take all the cards. So we just take all of these. So it's basic gear, Mecha's Aid. I feel like this is not going to be set up properly. No, it's great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so randomly distribute the remaining starting adventure cards among the players as evenly as possible. All right, there are starting cards, so I guess we get all those cards because we're still up. I reached out 2 times to a company who made Dune Imperium for broken specific tokens. The last time they sent me a full bag of tokens. I didn't think they want to deal with me ever again. All right, place the flight board. Did that. That's that thing. Place the airplane card near the flight board. What's the airplane card? Oh, this thing we put down here. Okay, let's move all this over, and we can put the airplane card right there. And then we get to put the plane on the camp, I guess. We'll do it on the camp. And we gotta get airplane fuel, wherever that token is. I don't remember seeing airplane fuel. Does anyone else remember seeing airplane fuel? It's not in any of these. I don't remember seeing it in here. Alright, I don't know where that token is, so we'll figure that out later. What was the airplane fuel token? It's not even listed on here. Oh, no, there is no token. It just says that. Okay, never mind. All right, so place the flight board above the Atlas. Place the airplane figure on Henrik's camp. Place the airplane card near it. Place sliders on the plane health track and the fuel track, each of its highest score. Okay. So I guess we just take a heart and put it on, or a blood, whatever it is. So I'll put that in the highest one. All right, magnet cards. Place the deck of enemy cards near the board face down. We did that over on this side. Place the storybook near the board. Organize the resources and play. Draw 4 ability cards. So adventure. Draw 4 ability cards. Where's 11? 10, 11. Okay, so that's the small ones. Distribute them among the players. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we get 4 of these tiny cards. But still looks pretty good. It is much smaller than the first one. Funny enough. All right, those are 4 ability cards. Place the combat tray with damage synergy. What's the combat tray? 12. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. Oh, just with the different tokens and stuff and the dice. That's fine. Retrieve a new journey log sheet, whatever. Give the active player we are first. Okay, cool. Yeah, it definitely looks big, but it is smaller for sure. San Francisco, 1937. Great time. We left the bay late in the day on the last minute cargo run. My cousin Jessie came along to see her father in Hawaii. An art trader kept an eye on one of his rare collections. It was bound for the backdoor sale in Honolulu. His assistant and soon-to-be son-in-law was along to detect possible art forgers. Not long into the flight, Eugene and I spotted something ahead. It looked like a giant eye made of light, and it pulled at the plane like a magnet. In a flash of light, the glittering sea below turned into a cloudy valley surrounded by the cliffs. We circled back to search for the eye, and an apocalyptic screech shook the plane. A primeval terror was pursuing us. There's another one. Yeah, they're dead. It's right behind us. We barely escaped. As we navigated to unfamiliar peaks, Eugene spied an encampment in the heart of the Green Valley, so we decided to land and get our bearings. Thank God you arrived. I never thought I would get back to Oslo. A man emerged from his tent and introduced himself as Henrik Cragg. You've entered a strange world, my friends, and getting back to Earth won't be easy. Almost every passenger from my plane is lost or dead. It's not a good sign. Can you help me find the survivors? We will need to use your plane to get back. The monsters destroyed mine. There's a woman just north of here. She says she can make the monsters sleep so we can pass unharmed. It's our only chance now. A distant moon blinked through the haze when we set out to find the woman that could help us get home. But we got lost along the way back. Some wanted to turn back. So we can find a path with I, or use the other thing for Moxie. This is your first challenge. Choose to find a path or gather your courage. Turn to the next page to learn how the challenges work. Which should we do? Should we find a path or should we gather courage? And then it shows us how challenges work and all that fun stuff. I think if we fail, we only get a chicken. Screw courage. In this, we get -4. Feels like an Arkham Horror scenario? Yeah. All right, so we'll find a path, right? We'll listen to Canadian. So let's do that. Mean take a drink? Basically. Also, welcome, DJ. Hopefully you're doing well. Tutorial challenges. You reach a choice with 2 challenges. Find a path, Perception 8, or Gather Courage, Moxie 7. Each challenge is a test of 1 of 6 crew skills: Strength, Cunning, Savvy, Perception, Craft, or Moxie. You only need to succeed in one of the challenges to continue the story path. This time, let's say you choose Find a Path. Hey, the game knows what we're doing. We did say that. Okay. You need at least 8 perception to succeed. If you fail, you will take the listed consequences, which is -4 health. But in most challenges, including this one, you will continue with your storyline either way. Decide who will participate. Each player volunteers any of the characters they control who have the needed skill on their character board and or equipped ability cards. This time, let's say Claire and Miguel. So Claire, Miguel. It's going to be these two, right? Participate. Remove 1 stamina from each of their player ports. We never put stamina on. Were we supposed to do that? It never said to do that. Game. Oh yeah, place 3. Never mind. We skipped over that part. But now we have stamina tokens made out of metal, so obviously we're gonna be good now. 1, 2, 3. Also, I feel like this is more stamina. I feel like we had 2 last game. Okay. So they want us to use Claire and Miguel. Remove 1 stamina token from each of the player boards. They each contribute 1 perception. All right, so perception is the eye, right? So you look on the player board. There's an eye and there's an eye, right? So that we have 2 over 8. So your total skill is now 2, as we just said. In every challenge, even if no characters participate, you draw Fate. Drawing Fate means you draw the top card of the ability deck. Oh, that's right. That's this thing. Top card of the ability deck. Add the Fate number to your skill, if any, and discard it immediately. Okay, so let's actually put the ability cards here for now. And we can discard it right here. So this time, let's say you draw 2. Well, let's see what we actually draw. A 4. So the Fate is the top left there. So we have drawn 4. So that'd be 4, 5, 6. So we're still short. Don't worry though. Now players can choose whether to use their character abilities or discard matching ability cards or adventure cards from their hands to affect the outcome of the game. They must do so by... They must also simply choose to take the failed consequences, but this time let's use our basic gear and adventure card to redraw. Which allows them to draw 7, which would be kind of crazy. So, for example, we could discard like one of these cards, right, to get another eye. The basic gear one is the one that lets us redraw it. We could discard these. I think this one lets us draw or discard this one. So let's say we have 4, we have 5, 6. Let's just throw away these 2, right? 7, 8. So we draw the 2 eye things. Okay, so when drawing Fate, ignore the skill symbol and the ability below it. True. Okay, so we now have enough to succeed. We did it a little bit different than they did in their rulebook, but we're good. In this storybook, you will turn to a new paragraph and continue the story. In this introduction, continue reading page. Okay. All right, so as we journey through the dark, a man in a strange blue coat emerged from the woods. and beckoned urgently for us to follow him. His name was Azarius, and said he knew the woman we were looking for, but we were being haunted by ghostly monsters. Moments later, the creatures attacked. Combat 12 and 13. Okay, so we need combat card 12 and 13, right? Sweet. So we take out the cards and put them next to each other. Cool. So, first retrieve the enemy cards 12 and 13. Only look at the backs of the cards, not the faces when retrieving the cards. Place the cards face up side by side in a row from the center. For each +1 power in the grid, they get a power token. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so for each +1 power symbol on the grid, each enemy gets a power token on top of it. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they each get 3 power tokens, whatever they do. Today's game is worth it, and good morning. Hey, Keith. I don't know yet. This is our first time going through it. I really liked Sleeping Gods, the first one. And this is supposed to be a more slimmed down version, I believe. So maybe this will be good. But I'm not 100% sure yet. Alright. At the start of combat, each player draws 1 combat card randomly from the combat deck. Okay. I guess that's the adventure combat. That. Each player draws 1 combat card randomly from the combat deck, +1 per character they control. Alright, so at the start of combat, each player draws 1 combat card randomly from the combat deck. So we draw the 1, which is a bat. And then a 1-player game draws 5 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we have combat, 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 combat. Okay, cool. In this example, let's say our cards include a bunch of things that we didn't... Oh, we did get the wrench. Precision strike, whip, and pistol. Alright, we didn't get those things, but that's fine. Alright, so in this combat example, let's say that our card... Okay, combat is played out in rounds in which each player plays 1 combat card on each character they control, not counting Claire Smith. The active player may choose to play a card on Claire Smith instead of one of the other characters they control. The combat round ends when one of the other character... Wait. The combat round ends when a total of 4 combat cards have been played. Combat ends when each heart on each enemy has been covered. Let's start. Okay. So they want us to play the pistol on Miguel. We don't have a pistol. So far, I like the game's footprint. My gaming space is limited. Sometimes I have to make heartbreaking. Yeah, it's a little bit big, but not too crazy, honestly. All right. So wait, let's get the cards I want. So whip, pistol, precision strike, wrench. Precision strike, pistol, and whip. And let's put back taunt, double punch. They want us to have a wrench, mad charge, hinge strike, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's get the 6. All right, cool. So let's start. First, put the pistol card on Miguel. All right, so Miguel, it has a pistol card for whatever that's worth. You must choose an enemy. So you aim at the ghastly stalker. Okay, we'll pick that one, right? The one on the left. The pistol deals 4 damage plus the result of a combat roll die. So on the card itself, it says literally that's the 4 damage symbol plus the die roll. So we roll. Hopefully 1 is the one they want us to roll. You roll a die and get 3 for a total of 7 damage. Totally rolled a 3. That's sweet. So now it does 7 damage. Now you must place the damage on the enemy card adjacently as 1 strike. Hearts require damage equal to their value to cover. Uses 2 damage to cover the bottom. Oh, okay. So for example, there's a 1, there's a 2, and there's a 4, right, on these cards. Can we zoom in on them? Kind of. All right, so there's a 4, there's a 1, and a 2. So they're going to use 7 to cover all those up, right? So out of our 7, there's 4. So now we have 3 left. And then we have a 1, so we have 2 left. And then we have 2 left, so we use it there, right? So we cover them up by doing 7 damage. So it doesn't cover 7 spots. It covers up the numbers equaling up to 7. All right, hearts require damage equal to their value to cover. All other squares take 1 damage to cover. Oh. Oh, yeah. One. Okay. Hearts is hearts. Miguel uses 2 damage to cover the battle left heart, blah, blah. Because you place a damage on a square with a synergy symbol, which is like this little thing right here. We did it on that one. You gain 1 synergy token. You must give this to another character. So let's give it to Jesse. All right. So Jesse is going to be your synergy. So we take this other red looking one and place it on Jesse. Jesse's girl. Jesse's mom. Jesse's mom. The enemy now counterattacks, dealing a base damage of 2 plus the number of power tokens on their card. All right, so they do 2 plus the number of power tokens, right? That's what it says right here. 2 plus that, so that does 5 damage total. So the Ghastly Stalker has 3 power, so it deals 5 total damage to Miguel. Reduce Miguel's health by 5 on his health track. Miguel's attack is finished for this round. So... Oh no, where's Heart go? Oh, his Heart went right over here. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's down to a 6, which is not ideal, but that's all right. All right, so now we get to player 2 is the active player, which is still me. So they decide to play the whip on Claire. We're gonna whip it real good. All right, so we'll play the whip on Claire. So we get to place a damage. Player 2 chooses to cover the madness symbol. Okay, so player 2, we're doing it on this like little symbol down here, the little swirly symbol. We're going to do it there. All right, this is the end of the... Okay, first place 1 damage. Choose... this is the end of the round enemy ability indicated by the hourglass. So there's a little hourglass there, which you can kind of see. So that hourglass means end of the round, so we're getting rid of that. All right. Remove 1 power token from the card, so they lose 1 of their power tokens. The third ability applies during the enemy counterattack. Okay, that's fine. The enemy has 2 power plus 2 basic, so it deals 4 damage. But the whip blocks 2 damage. So that's what the whip does. This is blocking 2 damage. So it's like a little shield. So we reduce Claire's health by 2, so she's down to 10. All right, cool. Player 3, which is also me, plays the Precision Strike card. So we have Precision Strike. And on Jesse. All right, so Jesse is down here. We get it on Jesse. And targets the left Ghastly Stalker. Jesse deals 2 damage plus 1 for the perception symbol on it. So 2 plus the perception symbol on her character board. She places 3 damage on the little health thing down here. Okay, so we did 3 damage down there. Games use spiral notepads for books. Yeah, it's definitely a cool way of doing it. New attack does not need to be adjacent from previous attack. So normally attacks would need to be adjacent, but a new attack doesn't, right? So like when I made this attack, they all have to be adjacent to each other. New ones don't have to be. Okay, so she also activates this card's synergy ability by discarding the synergy token she has with Miguel. Alright, so... Sorry. This ability removes 1 power from a targeted enemy. So that's this. So we'll take the 1 power off of here. So they're going to deal 4 damage. But Precise Strike also has a shield, so Jesse only takes 3. So she's down to 10 life. Cool. Alright, player 4 uses the wrench on Ed. Where's Ed? Ed's down here. Alright, so Ed. Alright, so he gets a die roll as well. Can you regain health in this game? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can by camping. Alright, so it says we get 0. So, rolls 0, places 3 damage on the top left heart. Cool. To defeat this enemy, you only need to cover all of its heart symbols. Oh, so it's dead? Alright, so we covered all the hearts, so it's dead. It still counterattacks though. So it deals 2+2 to Ed. Player lowers Ed's health by 4 and discards his enemy and all the tokens on it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so this enemy is now dead. And they lose their tokens. So that's pretty cool. 10, 11, 12. Alright. Put the tokens away. We are good there. Now that 4 combat cards have been played, move to the end of round phase. Discard all player combat cards from left to right. Each remaining enemy gains power and activates their end of round abilities. Alright, so we have to get rid of our combat cards, right? So we discard that. Discard that. Discard that. And discard that. Okay, cool. Does it show up very well on my white background? Alright. From left to right, each remaining enemy gains power and activates their end round ability. Wait, so he gains a power token? There's only one enemy life. He gains 3 power. 1 for each uncovered gain power symbol. Oh, wow. So he gains a ton. So 1, 2, 3. So he's got a lot on there. It activates its top right ability, which is the time thing. Deal 4 damage to 1. So lower Claire's health by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now each player draws 1 new card for each card they played, and a new combat round begins. Do we discard all the combat cards? No, just all play combat cards. Now each player draws 1 new combat card for each card they played, and the new combat round begins. So we have to draw 4 combat cards. Until all enemies are defeated, you can play the rest of this combat and move to the next page. When combat is over, discard your remaining combat cards and return the enemies to the deck. Okay. So we have to draw 4 more combat cards, right? According to the way this works. So 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we're going to get hit big time, right? Which is not going to be great. I also forgot how we did synergy. Oh, that's with the crystal or whatever. Alright, so we can have Azarius go next and use the pistol, right? Just put it over here. So he's going to do 4 plus the combat die. We're attacking this guy, which is a 1. So it's going to be 5 total damage. Ugh, they're like in weird spots. So we'll do it on the 4 in the middle. Now he's going to counterattack. Oh, I guess we could do 1 off of there as well. And we don't remove power. So he's going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so he's down to 6. Not great. Let's have Jesse's girl go, I think. Each coin's not written on it, right? I watched a playthrough and there was a debate about it. Nobody could figure out what the coin's values were. What, these? These are just status tokens. Or, whatever tokens. I don't fully understand why, like, they lose their tokens and nobody else does, even though everyone else is still playing. And that's a little weird to me. Alright, so let's use a combat card. Right? Like, why was it that they lost their 2 and nobody else did? With their stamina. Oh, it's because that was only for the beginning. That's right. That was the challenges. Okay. But what do you mean by coin, I guess? Is it this you mean? Because, yeah, those are just stamina tokens. Alright, so he went. That was 1. So I'm going to do 2, which is going to be Ed. So we'll use 3 removal of this. 1, 2, 3. And he gets a shield. So it's going to be 4, so it only takes 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. All right, so both of them have gone. We got to do 2 more cards. All right, let's use Jessie, and we'll use the baseball bat. So she does 2 plus 3 plus 1 damage if it's Jessie. So that's 5, 6 total, right? So we can do 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we get a synergy token. I don't know. We'll just put on Miguel. Now it's going to counterattack for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then that was 3 cards played. We got to play 1 more. We can kill it with a 3 attack, right? So let's try Claire for 3 damage. Or 2 damage. Plus 1. Okay. So that kills it. They still counterattack for 4 damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, God. She's almost dead. All right. So we won. That's cool. This gets discarded. We remove all the tokens from here. All right, 13. Combat, I think, is about the same. I remember there was combat that played off of each other, too. I don't know if that's still a thing. All right, cool. So Azarius led us to the foot of a great boulder covered in carved letters and a crescent moon. There in the fog, a woman stood with her face and hair glimmering with tiny stars. So her name was Mekra, and that she was a god. Well, that's intense. Definitely didn't cheat. I don't think I cheated. I think we cheated very little. We tried to ask for help. Surely a god could help us back through the portal to our home, but she silenced our pleas. The gods have grown weak. Since we awakened 8 years ago, our power has only diminished. You wish to return to your world, but I cannot help you. But you will need to help me as well. The god Orash seeks to destroy me. To survive, I must have the power of the totems. These special stones have been drained of their power and hidden away, lost and mostly forgotten. But if you find them and the right ingredients, I can rejuvenate the totems, regain my power, claim the monster that guards the portal to your world, and defeat Orphash. Wow, that's pretty sweet. I have a free dormant totems to give you, and Azarius can help you find more. Cool. He will know where to look when you find me when you're in need. Now go. The portal to your world won't stay open forever. Once it closes, many years will pass before it opens again. Sad. Okay. They have to get our starting quest. Cool. All right, Cyber, take care. Appreciate you hanging out. Get your starting quest cards. Quest cards give you a complete story. You could start with a few initial quests to give you some direction. Retrieve 14, 15, 16, 17. These are dormant totems. Each card lists the resources you must pay to rejuvenate them. Gain quest 128 and follow the instructions. Game turn walkthrough. The rest of the book explains the basics of your first turn. If you already read the rule book, you can skip this part. First turn, now that you know your goal, find ingredients to rejuvenate dormant totems so that Mikra can help you get home. Alright, you must also find lost passengers from Hemrick's plane, but time is short. If you don't hurry, the portal will close and you'll get stuck in the wandering world. Alright, you are now the active player and you control Claire. Alright, so I guess let's pull 14, 15, 16, 17, and 128. Quest cards? 14, 15, 16, 17, and 128. Okay, cool. So, just so you all know what this is. Alright, so we have Shorm Star. Dormant Totem, where we need some stuff. Fire Blast Stone, where we need some stuff. Tear of Mikra. Thrax Pain. And then place this card face down beneath the top 8 cards of the event deck. When you draw it, turn to 98. This counts as your event card draw. Oh, okay. Place this card face down beneath the top 8 cards of the event deck. What is the event deck? I don't even know where that is. What was the event deck? Oh, I think that's this card. These are events, right? No, these are quests. I don't know what my event deck is. It didn't tell me. I just know there's 56 cards for the event deck. Alright, let's see what it says. Follow the instructions immediately. Okay, that doesn't help. Oh, the event is that. Okay. So event we should have set up. Totally skipped over that. But that's okay. Doesn't make a difference. Alright, event cards. My bad. But that's alright. So, separate the level 1 cards from the rest of the deck. Alright. Alright, so those are level 1, those are 3. Okay, cool. Oops, jeez. Alright, then randomly remove 8 of these cards. 14 and playing hard. Alright. And place them in the box. Alright, so those go back. We have these now. And we'll place events over here. Alright, so back to what our event said. Place this card face down beneath the top 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's all of them. Okay. Alright. Alright, cool. Go. So now you know your goal. First ingredients to rejuvenate dormant tokens so that Mikori can help you home. You must also find lost passengers, whatever. All right, so now you're ready. So you draw 2 ability cards. Which is the small ones, right? The little guys are the ability cards. Yeah. So we draw 2 of these. So we have 1, 2. Anytime you can equip these to a character you control, including Claire Smith, if you're the active player, to give them more skills and abilities. The cost to equip an ability card is discarding 1 or more ability cards from your hand. So again, if you wanted to play like Lecturer and Herbalist, you discard 1 to get the other one. You may at any time discard 1 Stanum or 1 Augur to okay, so you can do things on the card. Alright, so next you draw an event card, which would be this. And this is food poisoning. Miguel feels sick after a questionable meal. Oh no, Miguel. Alright. So something else happens. A challenge. Okay. So then it goes to action. So with Miguel, remove weakened. Okay, so we have to add a weakened token. So he gets -2 to his skills. But he does gain this other thing on here, which is whatever that is. So, that's what would happen in step 2, which is drawing the event. So that's that. So now step 3 is actions. Now you can take actions. With each action except camp costs 1 or 2 time to perform. So, people are asking how you heal. We have time. So, we have Explore, which is to spend 2 time to explore a number of locations in your atlas on your current square. Open the storybook to the listed number and read it out loud. And you start in the location 6. So we start there. Where's our guy? No. Where's Claire? Just put Claire on there. So she starts there, 6. There are choices you can make and rewards you gain. Follow the instructions. Continue the storybook that says return to the map. Then close the book. Okay. So we could, if we wanted to, spend 2 time to read whatever square 6 is, right? So I'm not going to show this because I don't want to spoil anything. But you would go to 6, I presume. All right, so it says that okay. So yeah, there's 6. All right, so it does different things. You can search and you could talk to whomever about stuff that's going on there if you want to do that. After 3 days of eating too much food during the holidays, I can relate to Miguel's suffering. I know, right? So if we wanted to explore, that could be an action. I think somewhere. Oh yeah, so down here it shows the different things. So explore 2 time. So the other thing we could do is travel, which is right here. So that takes 1 time to move Claire to an adjacent square in the atlas, not diagonally. If there's an obstacle, you have no way to ignore it. Take 3 damage. So if we want to spend 1 time, we could go here, right? Another time to go here, another time to go here, or something like that, or down here if we want. It shows a little picture of a plane, so I'm going to guess that's where a plane is. Locations 1, 5, and 6 contain useful cards and important story information. So probably want to go here in the beginning. All right, cool. Then it doesn't show the other ones. Oh, well, here we go. So camp, which is this one, which doesn't take time. You may perform this action at any time as long as it's not in the middle of another action, such as an explore action. Each time you camp, you must cross off one of your available camps on your journey log, starting from the left. Each character gains up to their maximum of 3 stamina and also restores 2 health. Take the discard pile of adventure cards, not combat cards. I don't know where those are, but sure. And shuffle them. Deal out to the players as evenly as possible. Oh, I guess that's these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, we never did adventure card discard. So we'd be able to get these back. So these are the 3 that, or the 6 that you start with. You'll discard. Now, as far as camping, so you know, this is the chart. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Looks like 12, right? There's 12 different camps you can make. A long campaign, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, has 5 more, right? So you cross these off as you go along and do that. So that's camping. Then you can fly and repair, which is this one here. So it costs 2 time. Fly is page 10, repair is page 12. Apparently you don't do this that often. Because it even says you won't do this that often. I assume camps are a way to regain health. You regain 2 health per character. So each character regains 2 health. So basically it says right here, you get up to 3 stamina. Actually, will this zoom in on it? No, I won't. This regains up to 3 stamina, 2 health, remove 1 status, refresh adventure cards. So you can also remove 1 status. So we could get rid of food poisoning. Or weakened, I mean, off of it. All right, so fly. The flight board and airplane figures show where the plane is and where it can land. So this is the flight board up here that we were talking about before. There are 6 landing places corresponding to the squares on the atlas. Oh, so if you wanted to just like fly to a different part of the map, this is what this is all about. All right, cool. Is a distant location, which can only be... okay. This action costs 2 time and allows you to move the plane from one landing place to another. Claire must be on the same landing place as the plane figure. Claire on the atlas, the plane on the flight board. I don't know what that means, but okay. Where's Enrique's camp? So that's 2. Page 2, Enrique's camp. I guess that's this. So there's a little picture of a plane, right? So Claire would have to be here to go onto that plane. The plane must have at least 1 fuel and 1 health. So right now we have full fuel and full health. So the way this would work is that you choose a destination on the flight board and move the plane and Claire's figure to that landing spot. Then you go to the corresponding page. So right, this shows, it's kind of hard to see. At the top of this board. Sorry, Claire just knocked her over. So we start here. This is page 2, page 8, page 14, page 16, page 4, page 12. So let's say you wanted to go to page 14. You would go to page 14 and then go wherever the the number is, or northern state, wherever the playing figure is. And you see the playing figure is like down here. So reduce the plane's health according to the result. Lose 1 fuel. Then draw a fate card and add the number of spaces the plane traveled on the flight board. So once it travels, the fuel goes down by 1, and then draw a fate card and add the number of spaces the plane traveled on the flight board. Reduce the plane's health according to the result. So if we traveled 1, 2, that'd be 2 health, plus we'd roll or do a fate card thing. And this was a 2, so it takes no damage additionally. So we just take 2 damage total, right? So you're good there. If you're on a distant location, you can spend 2 time to perform an explore action here, but you must use other fly action to return to the Atlas. Okay. Then you get to refuel the plane. When the plane is on the geyser's landing place, at any time you can pay 2 resources to move the fuel slider to 5. So geysers, you can refuel the plane. Where is that? Oh, that's where it says here, right? Pay 2 resources to refuel. So it's slided all the way back up to its max, which is 5. If you run out of fuel, gain quest 206 is listed on the airplane card. Okay. Plane at 0 health. If the plane takes any amount of damage when it is at 0 health, you must cross off 1 camp. This represents the character having spent extra time to repair the plane. New distant locations. As you play the game, you may gain distant location cards. All these are considered adjacent to the Sapphire Pass distant. So sometimes it keeps on continuing out this way. So that is that. And then repair. This action allows you to repair the plane. It costs 1 time. Claire must be in the same place as that. Perform a craft challenge. If the result is 0 to 8, restore 1 plane health. 9 to 10, restore 2 plane health. 11, restore 3. All right. So those are the actions, right? So like I said, they're all down here. They kind of explain what they do. Everything is written on the cards, so that's kind of nice to explain what it does. So that's nice. All right, then lastly, end of turn. Return the pocket. So after you spend your time, right? So we spend 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 5 time. End of turn. After you're spending 5 time. You go back to turn start with the pocket watch. Then pass the active token to the player to the left. They now control Claire Smith and start their turn. Right? So you keep going and doing things. So it would go back to me. And I would take my actions. So I can either move, explore, or fly, or whatever else. And that's essentially the game, right? Until it tells you what the ending game is. We don't fully know what it is. The ending condition, that is. And that's kind of how the first Distant Skies was as well. Was that you did not know the ending condition, but it was very apparent as you played it. But yeah, that's essentially how the game works. And I don't want to go through too much because I don't want to start reading stuff because this is a newer game. So I'll wait for a little while before we maybe do an actual like real playthrough. But for example, like if we were here and we wanted to spend the time to travel, right? We just traveled down here. So now we're with the plane. So if we wanted to fly, we could, or we just read number 1. Since this is the first one, I'll read through this to give an example of what it's like. But these are all like your dialogue stuff. So 1. Keyword Merc, you may turn to 1.3. Keyword Summon, you can turn to 1.5. I don't think we have any keywords yet. So we don't do anything with that. We do have to get rid of events. Okay, event. All right, cool. So Henrik rests near a smoky fire. A piece of spit skewered meat sizzles over the dancing flames. So we can do several different things, right? We can do 5 things. Examine Henrik's collection of books and maps, and it's a 7 savvy, which is book. We'd have to test. So, for example, if we did 2 people, like Miguel and Azaris, they both have 4. So we just have to turn over a fate card. So let's, for example, say we wanted to do this test, right? So you have to remember how to do tests. I totally remember. We have to... I just want to read it from the rule book so that we make sure we get it right. Wait, where is it? Does it not just have... Oh, there we go. Event 6. Oh, that's not what I wanted. All right, so holy cow. Okay, that is a weird book to use. Let's do tests on here. All right, so to do challenge, it's not called a test. So decide who will participate. Each player volunteers any number of characters they control. Oh, so you can actually do more than 2. You can do a bunch until we run out of stamina. So let's do 2, 4. We need 7. So we'll do 4, and we'll draw a card. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it's a lot. So it's 8. So we succeeded, right? So what it says on just that section is that you would turn to 1-1. So you go to 1-1, and then a gently folded parchment falls from one of Enrique's journals. It's a map leading to the Temple of the Mountains to the northwest. So we gain quest 4. So we'd be able to get the quest card now, and we get that, and then we turn back to 1. So we go back to the first one. We can now see whatever quest 4 is. I'm not going to pull it out, but we'd be able to do that, and then go back to 1. So we can ask Enrique where the lost passengers are, and it leads to a whole conversation if we want to do that. We can ask Enrique what happened to his plane, which again leads to another conversation. We can check out your plane's cargo. The plane must be at Enrique's camp. So we can check out the cargo of our plane, or then we can just leave and return back to the map. So you'd be able to talk to them, figure it out. We gain some stuff. We would gain another quest card. So then now with our next time, let's say I want to travel over to 5, right? So we go back over to what 5 is. There it is. And we have to... Actually, this is kind of fun. So 5, for example, would be Wandering Encounter. See opposite page. And the opposite page is this. So we could do one of these things and test them. And if we succeed, we would get an adventure card. If we fail, then it's no good. And then essentially, like I said, you just kind of keep doing that over and over and over and over. There we go. And until you solve it or whatever. But hopefully that gives a good rundown overview of how the game works. And it's something that I think we'll do on stream one time. I want to get a couple plays off stream to like get the rhythm down of the game before I do too much.